welcome to the class. How are you all? Fine? Great. I'm also fine. So, are you ready for today's English class? Alright then. So, today also we are going to deal Unit 18. Do you remember? We are in Unit 18. Okay, so today in our class we shall deal with grammar part of this unit. Okay, do you remember what did we do in reading 1? Yes, there was a chart. We interpreted that chart. Yeah, it included the information about very good smartphones and computers. Okay, so today we are going to read grammar of this unit. Before we actually begin the things given in book, I have got some questions for you. Okay, I have got some answers for you, and this time you have to ask me the question. Okay, so look at the pictures below and provide questions to each of the given answers. Okay, here I have got some pictures and there I have got statements also. Now you need to ask me the question for that. Okay, so the first picture is, you see the man over here. What is he doing? Good, the man is knocking at the door. So ask me the question for this information, the man. Very good. Wow, you give the right answer. Who is knocking at the door? Who? The man. Who is knocking at the door? The man is knocking at the door. Okay. The next picture here is, oh, what a lovely place. There are many cattle, you see. There's a field. So the statement is, the cattle are grazing in the field. Okay. The cattle are grazing in the field. Can you just ask me a question for this one? Okay, that's correct. Where are the cattle grazing? Where? In the field. Okay, about the place. Where are the cattle grazing? In the field. Okay. The next picture. Oh my God, what is this? Yes, that's a tiger. You see? And it's roaring. How is it roaring? Do you know? Fiercely. A tiger roars fiercely. Okay, so you have to ask me the question for this word, fiercely. What question can be? What does a tiger do? No. You have to ask the question for this information. The question is, how? How does a tiger roar? Like last time we did, it is raining heavily. How is it raining? Okay, so here the correct word is how. How does a tiger roar? A tiger roars fiercely. Okay. Next is, you know this, 7 days of a week. Okay. So here the statement is, there are 7 days in a week. Now you need to ask me question for this number 7. What question can you use? Very good. Yes. How many days are there in a week? How many? For 7 we can use how many. How many days are there in a week? There are 7 days in a week. Okay. The next one. Okay, so now we have some exercises related to WH words. So before we actually begin the exercises, let us learn what is WH word. Okay, so these you see, all these are WH words, and the question that begins with these words are called WH questions. Okay, so what are the WH words? Who, where, what, why, whose, how, which, when. Okay, these are the WH words. Now we shall learn how these WH words are used, for what information they are used. Okay, so we are going to learn how these WH words are used, for what information. For example, the first one is who. Okay, who is used? What it is used for? Like, who is the president, who is the prime minister of Nepal? Okay, who is the prime minister of Nepal? Who is Barack Obama? Who is helping you? Who helps you to do homework? Okay, who is standing behind you? What am I trying to know about? People. Yes, I'm trying to know about people. So, who is used to ask about people? Who is the prime minister means I want to know that person, that who is the prime minister. Okay, so who is used to ask about people? For example, who is sitting on the sofa? Mary is sitting on the sofa. Who? Mary. Okay, so who is used to ask about people. The next is what. What do you want? What did you buy? Okay, what do you like to do? So what am I asking to know about? Yes, things. I want to ask about things. So what is used to ask about things? Okay, for example, what do you eat in breakfast? I eat bread and egg in breakfast. Okay, the things I eat in breakfast are bread and egg. So what is the question used? What? Okay, the next question is when. When were you born? When do you go to school? When do you sleep? Okay, when do you clean your room? Okay, so when is used to ask about time. When do you go to school? I go to school at 9 o'clock. Okay, so when is used to ask about time. For example, when do you go to the school? I go to the school at 9 o'clock. Okay, the next is where. You might have heard people asking, where do you live? Where is Phevatal? Okay, where is Janaki Mandir? Where is Taj Mahal? Okay, where is the White House? So what people are trying to know about by asking where? Exactly, yes, place. So where is used to ask about place. For example, where does she live? She lives in Sinduli. Okay, where? Sinduli. Sinduli is a place you see. Okay, so where is are used to ask about place. The next is why. Why are you crying? Why is the baby crying? Why are the people shouting? Okay, why are you going home so early? Why didn't you come yesterday? What am I trying to know? Exactly. Yes, I am trying to know the reason. Why didn't you come to school? What is the reason? Okay, so why is used to ask the reason. Okay, the purpose. For example, why didn't you come yesterday? I didn't come yesterday because I was sick. That is the reason. So when you have to know about reason, which WH word should be used? Why. Okay. The next is whose. Whose pen are you using? Whose room is this? Whose class is this? Whose shirt is that? Whose book is that? What am I trying to know? Yes, to whom it belongs. Who possesses it? So whose is used to ask about possession. Who possesses that thing? If I say whose class is this, that means I want to know who possesses this class. Okay, to whom this class belongs to. This is our class. Okay, so whose is used to ask about possession. For example, whose pen is this? It's mine. Okay, whose? Mine. Alright, the next one is which. Which color do you like? Which is your favorite book? Which is your favorite place? Which is the tallest mountain? Okay, which is the longest river? So what is that? Choice. There are many options. You have to choose among them. For that you ask the question which. So which is used to ask about choice. Okay. For example, when I say Mount Everest is the tallest mountain, I mean to say there are many mountains. Okay. So among those mountains, which is the tallest one? Okay. So which is used to ask about the choice. For example, which is your favorite color? Red or pink? My favorite color, my favorite one is pink. Okay. The next one is now how. How are you? Okay. People ask you, how are you? I also ask always, how are you? Okay. How do you write? Okay. Like, how is it raining? It is raining heavily. How does she speak? She speaks politely. What am I trying to ask the information about? Manner, isn't it? In what way the work is done, that is called manner. For example, it is raining heavily. How is it raining? Heavily. I'm running fast. How am I running? Fast. Okay. So how is used to ask about manner. Manner means the way any work is done. Okay. For example, how does she walk? She walks slowly. Okay. How does she walk? She walks slowly. Okay. The next one is now, let us read the statements given in your book. Okay. So here we have some of the statements. We have to read them and see how the WH questions have been used. To study the following sentences. She lost her yellow pen. Okay. You have to use which question. Which pen did she lose? Okay. Which pen did she lose? She lost her yellow pen. Okay, there can be red pen, blue pen, black pen. Among those pens, which pen did she lose? So she lost her yellow pen. Next is they play volleyball. Okay, they play volleyball. Activity, things. Then what we have to use? What do they play? What? Volleyball. What? Volleyball. Okay, so what do they play? They play volleyball. Supriya lives in Janakpur. Janakpur place. Where? Where does Supriya live? Where does Supriya live? Supriya lives in Janakpur. Okay. So that's how you can use WH words. Alright. So till now we have learned which WH words can be used. Yeah. For the statements, for the given statements. Now we also need to know how can we use them, because questions are different from statements. There is a certain structure. Okay, let us read this sentence again and learn the structures given there. The first one here is, she lost her yellow pen. Okay, she lost her yellow pen. What is the question given there? Which pen did she lose? Okay, that is the question given here. Now we need to learn the structure. Let us see. Because this is a question, which question we have to choose, right? So this is WH word here. And here we have to use the object here. Okay. Then after auxiliary verb. What is that? Auxiliary verb, helping verb. Alright. And then we have the subject. What is the subject here? C. Subject. And then we have to use the main verb. Okay. Main verb. So last is here, we have used lose because we have to use the root form when we are using did. Alright. So which pen did she lose? WH word, and here is the object, then after auxiliary verb, then after subject, and then after main verb. Okay. So the next statement is they play volleyball. What is the WH question used there? Tell me. Okay, what do they play? Let us see the structure, okay? First of all, WH word, alright? Then is the auxiliary verb, then is the subject, and then is the main verb, okay? WH word, auxiliary verb, subject, and then after main verb, okay? Alright, so let us read the third statement. What is the third statement? Alright, Supriya lives in Janakpur. Yes, Supriya lives in Janakpur. Okay, here we have to ask the question about place. So, which WH word has been used? Very good, where. Okay, where. Now, auxiliary verb, because this is root form plus es or es, we have to use does. Does is used there. Where does, and then after the subject, Supriya, and then after the main verb, root form. Okay, whenever you are using do, does, did, after that you have to use root form. Where does Supriya live? Okay, so this is how you can form WH questions. So we have learned how to use do, does, did. But what about the subject statements when there are already the helping verb, like they are playing. They are playing football. Okay, so they are playing football. This is the statement here. You have to use what question. How will you write? Okay, what, WH word first of all let us use, and then auxiliary verb. What is the auxiliary verb here? Good, are. What are? Then after? Yes, subject, they. And then after? Main verb, playing. Alright? What are they playing? They are playing football. This is how you can form WH question. Learn the structure. WH word, auxiliary verb, subject, main verb. WH word, auxiliary verb, subject, main verb. When the auxiliary verb is not given there, we have to see the verb. Which form is that? If that is past form, okay. So, if the auxiliary verb is not given in the statement, we need to write do, does, did. So, when to use that? If it is present form, we have to use do or does, and then root form of main verb. Alright? Do or does. Root form is there, do. Root form plus s or es, then we have to use does. Alright? And if it is past form of the verb, okay, then we have to use did plus root form. Alright? Like she played. What did she do? Did. What we have to use? Did. And don't forget to use root form, okay? But if the statement has already got the auxiliary verb, we don't need to use this. For example, it is raining heavily. We already have the auxiliary verb is. So how is it raining? Alright? When there is no auxiliary verb, we use do, does, did. Alright? See the form of the verb. Either it is present or past form. Alright, now let us move to the exercises. Alright, we learned already how to form WH questions. Now, here we have been asked, rearrange the words to make questions. Okay, we have to rearrange these words. There are the words which have not been arranged properly. You see, first of all, there is WH word, then there is main verb, then there is auxiliary verb, and then there is subject. Is that the correct structure? No. So, let us arrange them. Okay. So what doing are they? What is the correct statement for this? Correct question? Exactly, yes. What are they doing? How we have arranged? We have put the WH word and then the auxiliary verb, then the subject and then the main verb. Okay? What are they doing? Alright. Next is, you up in the morning do get when? So what is the correct question here? Great. Yes. When do you get up in the morning? When? Auxiliary verb, subject and then main verb, and then if there are other words in the sentence, put them also. Okay? Like in the morning is the other words given here. So we put them at the back. So what is the main structure you have to keep in mind is WH word, auxiliary verb, subject and then main verb. Okay? Next is, how do you name your spell? What have you written? Tell me. Okay, yes. How do you spell your name? How do you spell your name? Alright, the next one is, for what is homework? What is the WS word here? What? Alright. And what is the auxiliary verb? Is. What is the main verb? Tell me. Yes, this sentence has got no main verb. Okay, only auxiliary verb is there. So we just put that and then we write the rest part, like what is for homework. What is for homework? You see, this is the correct statement. Next is, does team Y handball like? What is the WS word? Yes, Y. And then after, good, auxiliary verb. Which is auxiliary verb? Yeah, does. Alright. What about the subject? Team. Very good. And is there main verb in this sentence? Yes. Okay. Like. So what is the correct structure of the sentence here? Very good. Why does team like handball? Why does team like handball? Alright, let's move to the next questions. Like what do sports the girls? Okay, tell me, what is the subject here? Subject. Yes, the subject is girls. Very good. And do you find the auxiliary verb here? Yes, there is do. What is the main verb? Like. Very good. So the correct structure is, what sports do the girls like? Like we have seen in the example, which pen did she lose? Similarly, what sports do the girls like? Alright. The next one is, what friend have for lunch your did? Can you just arrange them and tell me what you have written? Good, very good. What did your friend have for lunch? This is the main verb, this is the subject, and here is the auxiliary verb. So, what did your friend have for lunch? Okay, the next one is stay. Stay is very good. Yes, stay is verb, main verb. Stay Kevin long in Paris did how? What should be used there? First of all, how should it begin like? Very good, yes. How long did Kevin stay in Paris? How long is used to give the duration. How long do you sleep? How long do you have to walk to reach your village? How long does it take to reach your home? Okay, so how long did Kevin stay in Paris? All right. Now here, can you tell me what would be the last word for here? Very good. Yes, that's exactly true. Like. What was the weather like? What was the weather like? Okay, the last one is, Maths easy is things who. What can be the correct question? Very good, yes. Who thinks maths is easy? Do you know, dear students, it's very easy to make question with who. It's not like other WH words. How? Let me tell you. Okay, so you see, when who is used to ask the question about people, right? We have discussed already. Who is used to ask the question about people. So why is it easy to make question with WHO? Who? See there, she is dancing. Okay, now let us ask the question about people. Okay, let us ask the question about people. So here should be who, and then what we have to do is we copy the same thing from a statement. Who is dancing? Okay, we don't have to just remember the structure and write it here. All we need to do is we replace the people with who, right? And then we copy whatever is given in the statement. For example, another example, Mr. Thapa teaches maths. Alright, this is the statement. Let us ask about the people, who. And we don't need to think about what auxiliary verbs should be here. What we need to do is copy the rest. Who teaches maths? Isn't that easy? We don't have to take time and think what auxiliary verbs should be used. What is the main verb here? All we need to do is we replace the subject, the people, with who, and then we copy the rest. And that's how we can form questions using who. Alright, so it is not the case like other WH words. In other WH words, we need to know, we need to see what is the auxiliary verb there, what is the main verb there, what is the subject there. But in who, it's very easy. Okay, you just replace the people with who and you copy the rest things. Alright, okay, so we are done with this exercise now. Let us move to the next one. Okay, so here it is. Make questions for the following statements as indicated in brackets. Okay, there are some statements given here and you have been also indicated the WH words. You know why these words are indicated? Okay, let me show you one example. Okay, Miss Rai teaches maths. This is a statement. Okay, this is a statement. Miss Rai teaches maths. Now we can form different WH questions from this statement. Like we can replace first of all people. Who teaches maths? Okay, who teaches maths? Alright. Likewise, we can also ask the question about maths. What does Miss Rai teach? You see, two questions we have already formed using the same statements. So, whenever you are asked to form WH questions, you are indicated which WH words you have to use. Either the words are underlined or it's given like here it is given in the brackets. Okay, Mr. Thapa lives in Sarlahi. Here you have to use WH word where. Okay, for the place. Mr. Thapa lives in Sarlahi. So what could be the question? Tell me. First of all WH word, then after auxiliary verb, then subject and then main verb. So what is the question? Good. Wow. Very good. Yes. Where does Mr. Thapa live? Okay. Where does Mr. Thapa live? The next one is my father went to the bank to get some money. Why? You have to use the WH word Why? Okay. So what can be the question? Can you just tell me? Yes. Why did your father go to the bank? My father changed into your father. Okay. Because we generally don't ask question to ourselves. We are all right, isn't it? We don't ask question to ourselves. For example, I live in Pokhara. Where do I live? Do you ask like that? No. Where do you live? I live in Pokhara. So if there is first person in the statement, we change it into the second person. I changes to you, my changes to your. Okay. Why did your father go to the bank? Next is, she has brought a history book. You have to use what for the things. So what can be the question? Exactly, yes. What has she brought? What has she brought? She has brought a history book. Next one is, Sheila works at Mangal Bazar, Patan. You don't have to ask about the place. You have to ask about the people. Who? So, isn't it easy? Tell me very quickly. Yes, exactly. Who works at Mangal Bazar, Patan? Who works at Mangal Bazar, Patan? The next one is, Suvarna didn't go to school yesterday because it was raining. Why? You have to use why. So what can be the question? Exactly, yes. Why didn't Suvarna go to school? Okay. Why didn't Suvarna go to school? Very good. The next one is, Shakespeare was born in 1564. Time. When? What is the question? Exactly, yes. When was Shakespeare born? Alright. Next is, she likes pizza. What? Okay. What does she like? What does she like? Pizza. You should keep in mind whatever WH question you are used. While making the question, you have to make that information missing. For example, we have used here what for pizza, right? We have used here what for pizza. Now, while writing the questions, you have to make this word missing. For example, what does she like? She likes pizza. You can't say what does she like pizza. That will be wrong again. Okay. So be very much cautious. You have to make that word missing. Next is, my sister has won the gold medal. What? What has your sister won? Gold medal. Alright. And the last one is, she used her brother's mobile phone. Possession. Which? What is the question? Tell me. Very good. Yes. The question is, whose mobile phone did she use? Okay. Whose mobile phone did she use? Alright. So we are done with that. Okay. Very good now. Alright. So the last one. This is not given in the book, but I have got this for you. We have learnt which WS word gives us what type of information, right? So here I have got in one column WS words and in another column the information they provide. Now what you have to do is you have to match them. Alright. So the first one is what. What is used to ask about? Very good. Great. Things. Okay. Likewise who? Exactly. Yes. People. Very good. And what about when? Yes. That's good. Time. Do you know where is used to ask about? Great. Place. Very good. And finally, why? Of course, to give the reason. Very good. Well done, dear students. There are more WS words, but I have got this much for you. So, we have learned today how to use WS word in a proper, sentence, in a properly in the sentence to make the question. Okay. And we have also learned what information do the WS word provide. Alright, so that's all for today. Okay. We have learnt about WH words and how to use them. Okay, we shall be dealing with some other exercises in the next class. This was for today. See you all in the next class. Till then, stay safe. Namaste.